Yes, yeah, sorry. So in the last session, we were discussing about the performance appraisal and what are the other various methods of performance appraisal. So we had a long discussion, I think, on that. So one more aspect is left in a performance appraisal, which we'll take up today and then continue with other aspects in human resource. See, in management, as I keep saying, जितना आप पढ़ेंगे, the more and more you interact, the more and more you try to think and associate with it everyday life, the simpler it will become and easier it will become for you to attempt, because the trend that we are seeing now in the exams is in management, the questions, the options that are given are mostly very close by and they are mostly logical. Less questions have been coming on factual theory based, but more on the implementation or the basic understanding of a management concept with very close options, right? So the more and more you try to relate it, जितना आप उसको relate करेंगे everyday concept से, everyday usage से, it will become logical and easy for you to attempt. So we discussed the various aspects. We will do one by one all of them. We were doing this performance appraisal, and I will continue with that and then come to career planning before we move on to the other aspects. Okay, so in performance appraisal methods, we have already discussed. So many methods were there. The traditional methods are there. Individual based methods are there. Group based are where you're comparing performance of one with the other, and a relative performance is being measured. So that was a detailed discussion we had last time. Now about biases. Okay, why biases in a performance appraisal are we talking about? Why are we talking about biases in performance appraisal?
Because due to the relation between the employer and employee, it can happen.
Okay. So Prakhar, to answer you, see, majority of the things overall are discussed in the notes or pre-recorded videos, but we also keep taking live sessions. So the recording of the live session of part 1 will be available in your course under the live class recording section. So if you want to see that, you can see that. Otherwise, the concept has been discussed in a pre-recorded video and notes, which is there under your main course structure. Okay, personal view regarding a person. Yeah, so that is correct. What we think about a person. So biases, when we are talking about, see, at the end of the day, the person who is appraising and the person who is being appraised, right? Both are humans. Okay, so if I have to appraise you, I may have certain notions about your feeling about you as a person, and that may prevent me from giving a fair, neutral judgment, okay, which is devoid of any emotion that may have impacted my judgment towards you, right? So they may not necessarily always be related to external factors, like your personal attributes or the societal norms, but they can also be what I think about you as a person, or what I remember about you. When I say I, it means the appraiser, the person who is giving you the rating, right? So they may have certain notions, certain feelings, certain preconceived understanding of you as a human being, which may affect the kind of ranking or the kind of points I am giving you. So that is what is we are talking about biases, and one should be aware of this. Uh, Not that we can do away with all the biases, but being aware helps to reduce the impact of those biases and make the performance appraisal more closer to reality, right? So first bias is a primacy bias. Take a guess. What can a primacy bias mean? Okay, appearance. Okay, Vivek says first appearance, Prakhar says appearance. Uh, Okay. Anybody else? Anybody? Okay. So yes, Vivek, Prakhar, you all are correct. It is also known as your first impression. Okay, what your boss or your manager had the first impression about you, that may have an impact on your all the future performance appraisals. Okay, maybe he had an impression this is a very hardworking person. Later on, yes, you may be hardworking, but maybe you're not as hardworking as he had thought. But he continues to give you a good rating because that's what he feels about you. That is the first impression he had about you, and that is stuck in his head, and that has majorly impacted your standing, your personality, that defines you for him. And that is the primacy bias, the first impression he had. Maybe in the first impression, you were not able to impress him. You didn't come across as a very knowledgeable or enthusiastic or a team builder type of a person. And maybe that impacts your appraisal. So it can be anything, the first impression. It may be positive, it may be negative, but the idea is that forms the basis of you then being appraised again and again. uh, that factor is always there, rather than every year being performance being measured. Of course that will also take into account, but there is a general impression about you as a person, as a employee, as a worker, as a team person, or not a team person, right? So that is your primacy bias. Recency bias, how will that be different from the primacy bias or the first impression bias? Recent impression on something which was important, behavior. Okay, okay. Where are the others? These are simple. See, I am saying this again and again. Uh, Management is a lot about our everyday life. Okay, and it's not just in a work environment that all these hold true. They hold true in our everyday life. So आप जितना उसको अपनी लाइफ से जोड़ के अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे, the better it will be for your own understanding. You will never forget these concepts, and it will be fun knowing all these. So please participate. English terms hai simple. Take a guess. There is nobody. I will not have a bias. I will not make a judgment or an impression about you from your answers. I will, at least now that I'm aware what appraisals or what biases are, as an individual, I will try not to let those biases come in for any of you. So please participate. जो भी, whatever understanding you may have. Okay. So yes, Vivek, Madhu, what you all are mentioning, Tushar, yours answer is very open-ended. Behavior तो हर चीज में होता है ना? Behavior तो past भी है, present भी है, future भी है, good भी है, bad भी है. So this is a very very generic term to use here. Recency bias, recent word से बना हुआ है. So how Vivek and Madhubala that have you picked up, that is correct. So the recent one, yes, the recent behavior is what is most remembered, right? क्योंकि majority of the time आपका appraisal जो हो रहा है वो किस पे हो रहा है? आपका जो appraisal हो रहा है पूरे साल पे हो रहा है, full year पे हो रहा है. Okay, so I keep using a mix of English and Hindi in between. If again that is a problem with any student, anybody has a problem in understanding Hindi, please do let me know. Please keep pointing out. Otherwise, I keep using a mix of both for the benefit of both type of students. Recency bias, because what happens is usually you are doing an appraisal at the end of the year, right? There are very less companies which may have a quarterly or a half yearly system also. Majorly, it is done on a yearly basis. So many times we may not remember what has happened throughout the year. So recency is the latest that we remember. Okay, for example, let me associate you with your everyday life. How many of you today, the probability of you, let me not say how many, let me say the probability of you remembering all the details of the Atmanirbhar package that the government came out with in May 2020, uh, in your memory is more than the details that you remember from the budget that came out in Feb 2021. Whose details you remember more? Whose details do you remember more? Uh, yeah, so if a person is, trying to judge what the government has done, it is more likely, I'm not saying it is 100% happen, but it is more likely we'll make a judgment based on what they announced in the budget rather than what they announced in the last 2 years budget or in the last Atmanirbhar package, right? Let me give you every day another example. Say, okay, something had come to my mind and it just slipped off again. Why don't you all come up with some examples in your everyday life? Okay, yeah. So some of the states as of now are going through elections, right? How likely is it that people will remember what the government did and vote on that basis in the last 1 month as compared to all the last 5 years they have done? So that's also a recency bias concept on which the voting or the campaigning happens. Right? We also know it's as a fact that the government will start doing more towards nearer to an election time because they know because of the recency bias, right? They will do that more. Why? Because that is what the people will remember more as compared to they doing it in the first year and not doing just before the elections. Okay, I'm just giving an example because some states are going under are in the campaign and the election mode right now. Same happens with normal advertising in the companies. By companies also they work on the recency bias. So आप recency bias को समझिए, वो concept कहीं पे भी use हो सकता है, हमारी everyday life में use हो सकता है, marketing में use हो सकता है, performance appraisal में use हो सकता है. Performance appraisal में वो bias बन जाता है जिसकी वजह से impact हो सकती है rating. Okay, same thing can be used to market a product well, because we know humans as a natural tendency have a recency bias in them. The degree may vary from person to person, but majority will have it. Okay, we need to study every day, but we study more when we are nearer to the exam. Yes. So that will not really be a recency bias, that will more be procrastination. Vivek, I would say recency, लेकिन ये होगा कि people, that's recency bias की वजह से is what we say revise, because we know there is a recency bias in humans by nature, by default, and therefore revision is important. You may have studied something, it's definitely gone in your subconscious mind. It will come to your mind. However, if you have revised, the recency bias adds to it, and the probability of you remembering becomes higher. What all graduation we studied? Okay, Mahadev. Uh, Okay, so I am not able to forget because I keep teaching every day to you all. Yeah, and that's why I keep saying participate. Participate in the class. जितना आप participate करोगे, if you are wrong, you are less likely to repeat that mistake in the exam. If you are correct, you are again more likely to repeat that performance in the exam. So either ways, right or wrong, your participation helps you in remembering. And we have just started our careers. We have a long way ahead to go. right? So the moment you remember that your journey starts with your selection and not ends with your selection, you will stop worrying about what to study, how much to study. वो आप एग्जाम के टाइम पे करना, नोटिफिकेशन आने के बाद थ्रू आउट द ईयर यू शुड जस्ट गैदर एज मच इंफॉर्मेशन एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग एज गैदर का मतलब है समझना, नॉट गैदरिंग बुक्स. ओके. ओके, स्पिल ओवर इफेक्ट. Spill over effect. Any guesses? So spillover effect is kind of opposite to योर recency bias. Recency bias में होता है आपको latest याद रहता है. Spill over effect होता है past का, something that is being carried on because of the past performance, right? Something major happened and that's stuck in your head and that impacts. Okay, kind of आप उसको थोड़ा सा बोल सकते हो first impression. लेकिन first impression में first impression today भी हो सकता है एंड पास्ट का भी हो सकता है. स्पिल ओवर इफेक्ट में हम बोल रहे हैं कुछ पास्ट में ऐसा हुआ है जिसका इफेक्ट आपको कैरी फॉरवर्ड हो रहा है. इट्स बीइंग स्पिल्ड ओवर टू द प्रेजेंट ऑल्सो. Okay, so maybe you did a very big mistake in your work last year. However, when you are being appraised, when you are being ranked this year, that impact is again being taken into account this year. So that's a spillover effect that has crept in your performance appraisal. Yes, maybe because of some conflict, maybe because of some major decision going wrong, or on personal or professional front. It could be anything, right? So yeah, that can be your spillover effect. Yes, it can happen for positive also, Vivek. It's not necessary. It's just past performance related. It can be positive, it can be negative. Okay. Okay, I'll show them together. Halo and horn effect. Again, they're kind of related. Uh, halo, what does a halo mean? आप बस सोचिए हेलो क्या होता है. Yes, so halo is, there's a halo around that person. Horn is मतलब सींग निकले हुए हैं, जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं कहावत होती है कि उस बंदे के तो सींग निकले हुए हैं. That means you are thinking of that person in a negative sense, and halo is like you are putting him on a pedestal. You are thinking of him as a good in a positive sense, and that is, तो वो आपका एक वो personality बन जाता है कि this is a good person, so everything that he does will be good. Horn effect, he's a bad person and everything he does will be bad. Okay, so that is a halo effect and horn effect. You have had a judgment, you made an impression about that person in either a positive or a negative sense, and that then defines you and every action that you do. ओके, सो हेलो इफेक्ट, वो कुछ भी करे वो कुछ अच्छा होगा इसलिए उसने ऐसा किया है. ओके, एंड नेगेटिव का वो कुछ भी अच्छा भी कर ले तब भी जस्ट बिकॉज यू थिंक दैट्स अ नेगेटिविटी एसोसिएटेड विद हिम, you will find faults in whatever he has done and always end up giving him a very low rating. Halo effect may you will end up giving him a higher rating than what he may actually deserve. Horn may you will end up giving him a lower performance appraisal, even if he deserves better. Okay. Okay, so Prakhar, nice way to put it, holier than thou image. So you are better than what you actually are or what your image is. Okay, so yes, this is another bias. Veblen effect or a central tendency effect is when you give just average. Okay, this is a huge biases. I was giving this example of restaurant ranking, right? Or all of you, I'm sure, is involved in some kind of e-commerce, online shopping, or online ordering of food or something. when they at the end ask you for a rating, majority, I'm not saying everyone, majority will end up giving an average rating to them. So that's a central tendency bias. You are not being able to make a fine decision, so you just stay in the middle. ओके एवरेज मिडल पाथ ले लो, मुझे नहीं पता बहुत अच्छा है कि बहुत बुरा है, लेट्स बी सेफ, मिडिल पाथ ले लो, ज्यादा अच्छा दे देंगे तो यू नो दैट पर्सन में यू नो दैट देयर कैन बी अ टेंडेंसी, ज्यादा बुरा देंगे तो इट विल नॉट बी गुड फेयर टू द पर्सन, और ही मे नॉट लाइक इट, ही मे क्विट, और ज्यादा अच्छा दे देंगे तो यू नो ज्यादा बोनस देना पड़ेगा, या फिर यू नो दैट पर्सन में स्टार्ट फ्लाइंग हाई, वी मे हैव टू गिव हिम अ प्रमोशन, सो लेट्स गिव हिम एन एवरेज ranking. So irrespective of the performance, you just giving an average rating, central tendency, middle path pe chalo, that is there. Veblen effect, some places it is also you know termed as Veblen effect, some places you know Veblen effect उसको भी बोलते हैं, जहाँ पे आप रैंडम रेटिंग दे रहे हो, रैंडम रेटिंग मतलब कुछ अता पता नहीं है, बस कुछ भी टिक कर दिया. That also many people end up doing in restaurant feedback forms. You had a good meal and they come back with a feedback form, you're not interested, you'll just stick anything. Okay, so वो random rating को भी sometimes Veblen effect बोला जाता है, average rating को भी sometimes Veblen effect बोला जाता है. So that they are kind of used interchangeably, sometimes separately also. Okay, any confusion, any more examples you will want to give, please feel free. Any idea, other example coming to mind? Regardless of performance, we are giving rating. Yes, yes, Veblen is more like that. It's just random rating. And many times that random rating tends to be average, इसलिए कई बार interchangeably also use करते हैं, Veblen को closely associate करते हैं Veblen को with central. Yeah, can be. Going with majority will be called central? No, I wouldn't call it central. What other bias words can we use? Going with majority. Maybe there is a majority bias. I'll have to think. There is some term that is used for going with the majority. Uh, um, in generally, appraisal ratings very good, 15% good, 70% fair, and so they have things like that. Yeah, and usually, you know, there's a method also. We were discussing last time, Vivek. This kind of rating is what method? The method that uses this kind of a distribution. Yeah, bell curve one. But what is the name? You remember the name? It's called the forced distribution. It's a forced distribution bias where you know you have kind of set the range, how many people you want in which category, and then you're putting them in that. So it turns out to be like a bell curve. Majority are in the center, and yes, you may say there is you know a central bias. There may or may not be a central bias being there, but yeah, it can be there. Roshan, I have been called for CV interview and I emailed on him regarding mock interview and interview guidance. So dealing this. Okay, so Roshan, I have another class today in the evening for SEBI interview. Maybe they were referring to that today. Um, so there is at 7, I have another class on SEBI interview related overall for everybody guidance. And for your mock interview, you would have received an email for booking the slot. So you can book the slot for the SEBI interview, mock interview with the 101 panel interview. Okay, and for the class, the generic class, we have that today in the 7 in the evening. So maybe that is what they were referring to.
Hi, ma'am. Sorry, I'll take just a minute.
Yeah.
Ma'am, this is Roshan this side.
Yes.
So the one thing that
And but even after for achieving short-term goals, yes, planning, career planning होगी. I am talking about career path and career ladder. करियर पाथ आपका शॉर्ट टर्म एंड लॉन्ग टर्म दोनों के लिए बन सकता है करियर लैडर भी शॉर्ट टर्म एंड लॉन्ग टर्म दोनों के लिए बन सकती है करियर प्लानिंग तो आप करोगे ही ओके सो दैट इज व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ओके Yeah, I'm posting two questions. Tell me which, according to you, is the better answer. Okay, ये सब confusion कई बार होता है. Even in exams, very close questions are asked. And second question. And ये question that I'm going to share, ये actually exam में आ चुका है in the past. Okay. Where is my question now? Okay, now you can see the screen again, right? Okay, so first question, second, there are two questions that you can see. Tell me the answer for first and second. Please do write which one you are answering for. One, what is the answer, and two, what is the answer. Okay, one is E, two is B, one is career ladder. Okay, one is D, two is B. Okay, two is B, one is A. Okay, so very, very mixed answers, but many of you are giving the right answer also. See, for the first one, it is your career path, and second one it is career ladder. I think second में ज़्यादा confusion किसी को नहीं हुआ है. Okay, it's a vertical progression. Vertical क्या होता है? Upwards. Progression of an individual in an organization to reach senior positions. Okay, so that is your career ladder, right? करियर हेराकी ऐसे कोई वर्ड नहीं होता. करियर टारगेट मतलब वो आपका गोल हो गया. So it's more of a career goal that you are doing, and you know that is what you want to achieve, right? So that is a goal and not really the path. That's why career target नहीं होगा. Succession plans होते हैं कि succession plans are not talked in terms of individuals. They are talked in terms of a company. कि company का head कौन होगा. Okay, so there are people, management, key managerial people. So once they retire, then who will take over? That is succession planning. So succession planning organization की होती है, individual की नहीं होती है. Individual का career होता है. Okay, so I hope no confusion with succession plans here. On career development is the next term I was going to discuss. So career development आपका होता है personal improvements that you are doing. You are improving your skill sets, your managerial skills. So all that you do as an individual, you develop yourself. Okay, through trainings, through programs, through more knowledge, through management techniques that you do, that will help you to progress in your career, right? So career development usually is a culmination of all the skill sets, the training that you are undergoing to improve yourself and your career prospects. Okay, so that's why this is not here. अगर मैं टॉप में जाऊं, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन में, आई एम गोइंग बैकवर्ड्स. Why it is career path and not career ladder? अगर मेरे पास ये path option नहीं होता, then I would have gone for career ladder. But because I have both the options, the more closer option is career path. And actually exams में आजकल यही हो रहा है कि 2-3 आंसर सही लगते हैं. They are very close. और इस समय आपका खुद का conceptual understanding will help you get the right answer. So I'm telling you the right answer is career path. Now tell me why it cannot be career ladder. Or any, for that matter, any of the other 4 options. Many of you actually have selected E. Prakhar, you said E. Okay, then Chaitanya said D. Who else? One ka B, career plan. Okay, so Hemant said career plan. Hemant, why not? Paras said career development. Okay, so Paras, Hemant, why don't you tell me what went in your mind as to what should be the right answer? Palika, Abhishek, you all said career ladder. Let's hear it, so that your confusion is removed. Two ups and downs. So Hemant, you had mentioned, sorry, what was as the answer? Career plan? Okay, so career path is right. I think I saw you writing B. That's why I pointed it out for the first question, the first one here. This one. Growth of an employee in an organization cannot go upward always. Yeah, that's right, Abhishek. So you chose career ladder. So ladder में हम usually upward बोलते हैं. So that's why I'm saying कि career ladder नहीं सही है, path होना चाहिए था. Because growth can also be at the same level. Okay, maybe आपको team size बढ़ा दिया है, but your position is same. Okay, maybe आपकी salary बढ़ा दी है, but your designation mostly remains the same. Okay, so आपकी growth हो रही है, but it may not necessarily mean an increase always to higher hierarchy and all. Yeah, so path is more closely related. Career development, as I said, is more related to your own self, improving your own skill sets, various skill sets that will help you achieve your career goal. Career plan is a plan, है ना, प्लान आप कैसे अचीव करना चाहते हो, क्या अचीव करना चाहते हो. तो यहाँ पे व्हेन वी आर सेइंग which best describes the growth of an employee, तो ग्रोथ आपके एम्प्लॉय की हो गई है जो डिस्क्राइब कर रही है. राइट, तो प्लान होता है वो कभी प्लानिंग स्टेज में है कि आपने सोचा है कि आप ये सब ग्रो करोगे. तो दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज नॉट अ बेस्ट डिस्क्रिप्शन. राइट, अगर हमारे पास कुछ और ऑप्शन होते देन वी विल हैव टू सी व्हिच इज मोस्ट क्लोजली रिलेटेड. करियर मैनेजमेंट, नाउ इट्स द न्यू वर्ड. करियर मैनेजमेंट क्या होगा? So career management, you know, it's a combination of the individual plus the organization. Right, आपके इंडिविजुअली आपका एक करियर गोल है, आपका एक करियर पाथ है. ओके, आपने एक करियर प्लानिंग करी है. एंड एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के भी कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं विच दे वांट टू अचीव. Right, so career management is managing your career so that you are also achieving your goals and the organization can also achieve its objectives. That is what is career management. No, so see Prakhar, आप usually path आप कौन सा choose कर रहे हो, that is, you know, it may lead, it may not lead. That is right. But यहाँ पे हम growth usually of an employee in an organization, हम career path की भी बात कर रहे हैं. जो path लेना है वो यूजुअली ग्रोथ पर्सपेक्टिव से लिया जाता है, कोई भी डिक्लाइन पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं लेता है. इट में टर्न आउट टू बी नॉट वेरी productive or the right path, but it's always chosen with the purpose of growth in mind. And that growth can be lateral growth, it can be cross functional growth. Okay, maybe you know, job rotation हुआ, किसी ने somebody likes to work in all the departments और हर department में जाने के लिए, मतलब his career growth is I should know everything about the company and this industry. Okay, so for that he has taken a career path that every 2 years I will work in every department of the company. Maybe मैं एक plant पे जाके काम करूंगा, फिर मैं उनके international office में भी काम करूंगा, फिर मैं उनके rural branch में भी काम करूंगा. से अगर हम बैंक में है कि मैं rural में भी काम करूंगा. So that's a career path. The growth is happening in a cross function. Right, so growth हमेशा monetary के लिए नहीं कर रहे हैं, उसकी growth हो रही है in terms of the skill sets and the work knowledge he is gathering about that organization. So there's a growth happening. Right. Okay, so if I move ahead to give those comprehensive definitions, career planning we already discussed. It's about selecting your goal and the path or the plan to achieve that goal. Career development, ladder can be sequencing. Ladder is more, you know, one step up, up, ऊपर जाओ, एक प्रमोशन दूसरा प्रमोशन, उसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, उसी डिपार्टमेंट में. पहले you were a manager. Okay, then you become in the same department, you were the manager, then marketing में maybe you added, तो आप marketing manager थे, फिर आप marketing assistant general manager बने, फिर आप marketing general manager बने, फिर आप marketing you know what goes a chief general manager बने. Okay, so वो आपका फिर ladder हो गया, moving up the hierarchy. Right, career development, as I said, कि आप अपने आप को develop कर रहे हो, अपने आप को train कर रहे हो, so that you are improving your skill sets, you are improving your management skills, any kind of technical skills, management skills, delivery skills, okay, to achieve your career goal. And the last, your career management. It's a combination of both achieving, the organization achieving and the individual achieving their goals. Okay, so दोनों का achievement होना चाहिए. So person should be happy that मेरा career growth हुआ है, मेरा career goal meet हो रहा है, and the organization should be able to help you do that by achieving its objectives also. So वो career management हुआ. Yes, Harsh, that will also be considered as a ladder. Usually ladder का purpose होता है ऊपर जाना, लेकिन कभी कभी हम उसको नीचे भी यूज करते हैं आने के लिए, है ना? तो मतलब स्टेप डाउन भी हो सकता है. आइडिया इज कि वो एक ही नैरो स्पेस में मूव हो रहा है, उतने ही स्पेस में मूव हो रहा है. आइडिया उसका ऊपर जाना ही होता है, बट अब कोई हिकअप्स या कुछ होंगे तो आप नीचे भी आओगे, right? So please understand, or this is about planning. कोई चाहता है ये करना, hiccups होंगे, आप path choose करते हो, it's not necessary. And who is there to decide कि वो better path था या bad path था? It will depend on your own career objective. Sometimes something, I'm sure all of you are in a age and everything must not be as easy for you all also, when you have made certain choices, and sometimes your friends may not agree with you, your parents will not agree with you. Okay, so many students will have a good job and then they will leave a job to prepare for other exams because they know they want to take that thing. So and everybody else may say, why you are doing this is a very bad idea, but maybe you will end up doing much better than what you were initially doing, right? So प्लानिंग आप कर रहे हो, आप कौन सा पाथ लेना चाहते हो, आप कौन सी लैडर चढ़ना चाहते हो. आइडिया हमेशा इम्प्रूवमेंट के पर्पज से होता है, कभी भी ये सोच के नहीं होता. आप कभी भी ये प्लान नहीं करोगे कि आज के बाद 5 साल बाद मैं जनरल मैनेजर से एग्जीक्यूटिव लेवल पे आ जाऊं. यू विल नेवर प्लान डूइंग दैट. ओके, or you will never aim doing that. A rational person will not, mostly. Any more confusion, anything you want to bring up, any ideas, any more thoughts, or were you convinced about the answer you got? Okay, so I'm assuming ki all are okay, so I'll just move ahead. I think this will help clarify a little more what is exactly the objective of doing a career planning. Okay, now I am talking about from the कंपनीज पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, क्योंकि एक तो इंडिविजुअल तो अपनी करियर प्लानिंग करता ही है. व्हाई आर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस इंटरेस्टेड? हम बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट की फ्रॉम एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, नॉट फ्रॉम एन इंडिविजुअल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. इंडिविजुअल तो अपनी ग्रोथ के लिए जो करता है वो करेगा ही. Why is a company interested in a human resource development? Why is a company interested in career planning of its employees, right? Why do they want to invest into you being able to achieve your career ladder goal or your career goal, or investing in career management and career development? Why are they interested? They are interested, why? Because they want to attract and retain the right talent by giving them the career growth. अगर आप उनको ये बोलोगे आज मैं आपको हायर कर रहा हूँ, say for example if you are sitting for FCI or RBI, आपको आज अगर RBI या FCI ये बोलती है कि today I am going to hire you at RBI grade B level, or I am going to hire you today as assistant general manager if you are applying for FCI, and saying that this is going to be your life for the rest of your life. आपकी कोई ना करियर अपॉर्चुनिटी होगी ना, आप यहाँ से ग्रो करोगे, आपको जो ये सैलरी मिल रही है आपको हमेशा यही मिलती रहेगी, आपका ऊपर जाने का कोई चांस नहीं है. Will you be interested in joining that organization even if it has an attractive salary today? Okay, you will not be able to attract the right talent. right? So it is very, very, very important that you are able to give them a career growth, a career path, which they, which somewhere aligns with their own individual career goal, right? Only then they will be attracted to come to your organization. So to attract talent, you need to offer something, right? So that's why career planning is important for an organization also. And usi ka repercussion, uska corollary point is reducing employee turnover. अगर आप उनको एक career path अच्छा दे रहे हैं जो उनके उनके खुद के करियर गोल से अलाइंड है, अपने आप एम्प्लॉय टर्नओवर कम होगा. टर्नओवर का यहाँ पे हमारा मतलब सेल से नहीं है. यहाँ पे व्हाट वी मीन बाय दिस इज एम्प्लॉय के टर्म्स में जब भी टर्नओवर की बात होती है उसका मतलब होता है अट्रिशन. दैट मीन्स पीपल आर नॉट लीविंग द organization. Why leaving an organization is not something that a company wants, because a lot of effort, energy, time, cost is gone into training those people, and if the people leave, आपको फिर से इतना सारा time invest करना पड़ेगा, energy invest करनी पड़ेगी, money invest करना पड़ेगा to train people. So attrition is never a very good idea for a organization, especially the higher you move up. Okay, next objective is better succession planning. Again, because if you keep training and people are growing up the ladder and the career path, you also have new and new people for the organization, right? अगर कोई MD है, वो जिंदगी मतलब जब तक कंपनी इज परपेचुअल, कंपनी की कोई एंड लाइफ नहीं होती, बट ह्यूमंस की एंड लाइफ होती है, उनकी एक रिटायरमेंट एज भी होती है. तो अगर हमारा MD रिटायर होने वाला है और हमने नेक्स्ट MD के लिए कोई तैयारी ही नहीं करी है, नोबडी वाज ट्रेन्ड इनफ, ग्रूम्ड इनफ, career planned enough, developed enough, and their career managed well, ki wo he can come in the shoes when the other person retires, then the company will end up, it will just end. It will not be able to take the benefit of being able to run as a good company forever. And company ultimately is not defined by the individuals, it is by all the team. Okay, so succession planning, it's very important to keep grooming the right people to take them on the top so that they can come into the leadership positions later on. Okay, use HR effectively as a and achieve greater productivity, because agar, again, I don't think I need to explain, the more people are happy, if they are happy that they are achieving their career goal here, they will keep improving, they will keep contributing to the organization's goal also, and it keeps high morale and motivation in the organization. So all these objectives are there for career planning, why it is such an important aspect. Although it is more about the individual, it's still very important. It's not just about the individual, all individuals collectively define the company. Okay, last aspect related to this career planning is the process. How do you go about doing it? Is first analyzing the individual skill sets, what they have, the knowledge, the attitude, the aptitude, the kind of abilities, their outlook towards work, their outlook towards team members, their outlook towards cooperation, non-cooperation. Yeah? So first you need to analyze, like I said, even for an individual, first you need to do a SWOT analysis. क्या strengths हैं, क्या weaknesses हैं, what works, what doesn't work, what kind of a nature that person has. Then you are analyzing the career opportunities. Here you did of the person, and then what all paths are available, what all career opportunities are available for that person. He has 2-3 types of skill sets. He's a very good marketer, but he also has a very, very good understanding of reading customer data. Okay, so maybe he may started in analytics and you slowly bring him into marketing strategy, because a lot of customer data and analytics is ultimately used to draft marketing strategies by companies, right? So what all career opportunities are there which will fit into those skill sets? Then analyze the career demand on the incumbent, technical and attitudinal. Okay, so what all that will need, all those career opportunities, what all do they require in terms of managerial skills, knowledge skills, and then see a fit relating specific jobs to different career opportunities. First was career opportunities, we are seeing marketing. Now in marketing also, what marketing is a huge, a very big department. So in marketing, what online marketing, digital marketing, or customer marketing or customer interface, what type of marketing are we talking about? So then we come down to, we narrow it down into specific jobs, then establishing realistic short term and long term goals, formulating a career strategy which is including areas of change and adjustment. Then you actually planning out the career strategy, what kind of changes will be required, what new skill sets have to be learned, which ones have to be forgotten, which ones have to be changed. All that kind of strategy is then built. Then an action plan is actually made, implementing that plan and then maintaining that and reviewing that plan becomes the final stage of a career planning process at an organization level. Okay, so I will stop here today. Next, I'll continue with HRD is a big topic which we can keep talking and talking and talking about it. But as I said, from exam point of view, I'm first taking up the aspects which which have a higher probability of having MCQs and questions in the exam, in the competitive exams. And all the other aspects you will get in the pre-recorded videos and notes which are part of the course. So I'll encourage all of you to please go through that, come up with your queries, come up with your ideas, to make the class more fruitful, and for you, so that everything stays in your head and you can easily attempt questions, right? I'll stop here today. Thank you everyone for joining in. Yeah.
Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. Under in the course, I saw it right now. The under HRD Human Resource Development,
Yeah.
there is only one PDF, ma'am. What you taught today, I saw in the PDF is not there. Uh,
Okay.
what we
It's
learned
all
today.
so it's all there. uh, okay, I otherwise also I am in the process of expanding that note, because many of you I know said it's a very small note. I am expanding that note, but everything is there. You'll find biases. Nonetheless, as I said, this by the end of this week you'll find similar content but in an expanded and more readable form, so that you have more to read.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, one more question, ma'am. Now, as the exam is finished, so we are starting with the regular classes right now.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes,
these are
yes,
the regular classes, means
yes, absolutely. So we'll go again with everything. So, HRD, I think that's why I've started doing HRD in so much detail. Otherwise, exams se pehle, I would do it in one session, the entire HRD. Now I'm breaking it down into 3-4 classes. And for RBI, so we have definitely more time. We'll keep discussing even HRD, hum bar bar repeat karenge alag alag form mein. And for FCI also, we still have, the dates have not come out. May June is expected, we have time, and therefore I'm spending more time even for FCI students and covering all these management and ethics related topics. If we get
ma'am.
a date, yeah, we will speed up accordingly. Yeah.
Ma'am, my next HRD class, when will be having our next HRD class?
You will get the schedule. We make the schedule and share, but you will have one class on management every week, one on finance every week, one on general awareness. So all the subjects of different exams we cover at least one class every week, so that all your topics are getting covered. Okay, exact date and time. We make a weekly schedule which we finalize by Saturday, and then we upload Monday morning for the students to see for the entire week. So you will get that.
Ma'am, actually, what is happening that about the phase 2, that finance and management part, when we go through the videos, it is
Hmm.
means we understand, but we forget the videos. So for for revising, we need notes, ma'am. For revising, we need notes.
So there
So
are
that's
notes.
why.
Prajwal,
Yes,
yes, there are
that's
notes.
yes.
Yeah.
There are notes.
Hmm.
So that's why I ask you. But every notes are the means there are short points made in notes, right, ma'am?
Yes, yes, yes. And as I said, I have
So
been expanding. If you will see in all the other topics, we have expanded. We had one note for management only, management basics, and one for leadership. We've expanded for all, keeping in mind the change and the requirement of the exams that are happening now. And HRT is under process, and communication. These are the only two topics that are left for expansion in management. Okay, otherwise everything else has been expanded and available. So this also I am saying, give me, I'm already working in the last phases. Around 10% work is left, so we will do, and you will get an that also this week for HRD also.
thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you,
and I'm
ma'am.
doing a lot of detailed discussion. Okay, you can see I only cover one topic aspect. I only discussed performance appraisal last class. I only discussed career planning in this class, keeping in mind the time, of course.
Yes, ma'am. It is good, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Uh, for complete list of topics, it is there on the very first page of the HRD note, Prakhar. The smart art that is made, the different aspects of HRD, performance appraisal, potential appraisal, career planning, training and development, rewards, work-life balance, all these are aspects of HRD. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Have a good day.